Fair enough. I suppose if you're shooting a gun, so long as you get one that's interesting, it's less of an
It's
immediate
actually
concern.
kind of weird because like I have over 1,900 matches, and well, a lot of matches I was only a gunner or engineer. Only like I don't know 170 something I was doing as a pilot, and I don't know much about loadouts. Only like specific guns and what they do.
Hmm.
Anyway, so the
Well, should we do
Skyborne,
some?
indeed.
Yeah.
Skyborne, piloted by Sunstorm. It's a Mobula with Banshee, Artemis, Gatling, Artemis, Banshee, and the next one is Helios, piloted by Dark Knight. It's a Mobula with double Gatling, triple Gatling, flag, and the flare gun. Alright, go ahead.
Well, the next ship may well end up being a corpse while I'm describing it. It's the Fancy Guardian, piloted by Daniel. It has a left to right beacon flare gun, Gatling gun, top deck mine launcher, Artemis and Artemis, and it's alive still. Excellent. And we also have the Strong Squid, piloted by Hellfire. It is front carronade, left side flare, right side flamer. Lots of aggression there from the Skyborne, coming right out of the gate, heading straight for the Rydr spawn and opening up with all of the guns. I think they want quick kills, and they want this as brawly as they can get it.
Yeah. Skyborne is spotted as well as Helios by Fancy Guardian. One shot here and there, and that's it.
So the Strong Squid makes me nervous because yes, they'll pop balloons, and Daniels might be able to sweep in and kill one of the ships while they're doing that, but if both Mobula target this thing at the same time, it is going to suffer armor breaks and it might die.
Yeah, Strong Squid now trying to flank those Mobulas.
Oh, it's bumped.
Indeed. Strong Squid was trying to flank the Mobulas, but they sooner or later spotted him, so he was trying to get behind hard cover. He bumped there, but Fancy Guardian has some shots on the Skyborne there, as well as Strong Squid now ramming into a Skyborne. Bam! Armor
But that's
break
just
on the
broken their
star.
armor for lots of Banshee fire.
Strong Squid armor was down for a bit. Skyborne's armor is up as well down. Mario Stomp, Mario Stomp, Mario Stomp. Meanwhile, Helios and Fancy Guardian is added with the Gatlings and stuff. There's going to be a break. Yep, there it is. Break on the Fancy Guardian. Skyborne is hydrogening up, trying to help Helios with the kill.
Yeah, not much fire from the Banshees on the Skyborne here, but now it's coming out. It's hitting the Fancy Guardian. Break on the Fancy Guardian. Oh, this could be an awkward place to be. The Banshees are reloading though, so they've got a few seconds to get the armor back up. Skyborne loses their balloon, and I think Strong Squid is going to try and ram them here. They've got to find somewhere reasonably soft to land.
Yes, indeed. Helios is armored down. Gatling fire on Helios, not much damage. He scraped the Strong Squid's balloon, so he received some minor damage to their hull there.
Lots of Gatling fire going into the Fancy Guardian's balloon here. Now it's going into the armor. But
Helios received.
Guardian, it bumps a ram possibly here. Oh, Skyborne takes a ton of damage, but they do get the kill. And now Strong Squid is facing off against two Mobulas. Might be able to get away. They are a fast ship. And both Helios and Skyborne are in terrible shape.
He might get a double kill actually, if he's good enough. So let's see. Ram into a Helios. There it is. First kill. Now the second one. He just needs a sneeze, man. So just turn around, look him in his face, and start sneezing.
Problem is that he's the wrong side of the Mobula to look at his face and start sneezing. Although again, Banshee's not really coming out from the Skyborne, and Strong Squid is able to do a fair chunk of damage here. I mean, that flamer will be all that they really need to get the engineers on the Skyborne thinking.
I don't know why Skyborne is not running. He's dead. But he should run. I mean, like, okay, like he's going to get a brand new ship with a bunch of hull, but I don't know, like I would have run.
I
Try
would
to get
have
damage as much as
suicided
possible.
in that scenario myself. I'd have tried to do as much damage as I could to one of the enemy ships, because engaging on a close range map like Paragon with no permahull is basically guaranteeing that your ally is fighting a 2 versus 1
I see.
engagement. So under those conditions, you basically want to just do as much damage as you can, permahull damage as you can, because they're going to repair anything else, to one of the enemy ships. Try and get armor breaks, so prioritize Gatling fire, or Hades fire, or whatever your piercing damage is. Go for rams. If you die, you die, but if you can manage to do something to the enemy, then that will work for you. My concern here has been that the Banshees haven't been opening up on the strong squid right from the get-go. They've been holding their fire, relaxing somewhat into the engagement, trying to go for kills. That's not necessarily a terrible idea, but I kind of feel as though perhaps with so many light weapons pointed at these enemy ships, that reserving 2 Banshees for that whilst opening with everything else, Gatling and Banshee all, isn't necessarily a terrible plan.
Yeah, so we are all once again on the open engagement. Fancy Guardian is the target for 2 Mobulas. There it is, mine hit almost. Now the Skyborne is going with the Helios. I was expecting a bit bump there, but never mind. Triple Gatlings on the strong squid. He managed to get away into a hard cover, so Fancy Guardian is going to get some mines in there. And some Artemis shots.
I'm not sure why, but the Helios is targeting the mines that are being deployed by the Fancy Guardian.
Well, I mean, they are limiting their mobility with it, so I guess why not? If you don't have anything else to shoot.
Yeah, but the goldfish and the lobula are periodically exposing armor that they could shoot at instead.
Yeah, well, yes, but if you know that they're going behind cover again, and you didn't really deal much of a damage, then, well... Well, anyway.
I suppose you might have a point there.
Like, it's like the fun stuff, like, he's going to cover anyway, so might as well get some mines down. Be a minesweeper.
Fair enough. Well, this is a very bitty engagement. The Fancy and the strong squid popping back and forth. They know that the mobulas have to close. They also know that they're going to have to close through a minefield. It's probably going to take a positional error on the part of the riders here for them to move too far forward. Helios loses their balloon, but they're rebuilding it. Fancy Guardian presses a little bit further forward, a little bit higher, mostly to renew their minefield, I think.
Yeah, so they are redeploying the mines, so there's some chain reaction on the minefield there. Helios is now going to be on the strong squid as well as the Skyborne. Ooh, a lot of damage goes to strong squid, losing armor. Not serious damage dealt, but there was some like Gatling gun fire on their hull, so it's something. Fancy Guardian exposing their armor, trying to get the Skyborne, but it's not good for them because triple Gatlings back in action on the Fancy Guardian. Not dropping their armor yet.
It's just outside of effective range for the Gatling. I mean, they're landing, but they're not going to completely drain the armor.
It's Lesmog, at this point, I think.
Yeah.
So not much damage there. Strong
Yeah,
squid
Gatling is pretty ineffective.
Yeah, but it could do something.
It can certainly get your enemy's attention. There's an armor break on it, and here should come some Banshee fire. Will it land accurately, though? Some of it lands. That's 40%. I think the Skyborne will be happy with that.
Yeah. Actually, Lesmog Like Lesmo Gatling is actually a good distraction for captain, like of the other ship, because he just listens to those Gatling bullets landing, so he's like, oh my god, where is he?
The strong squid is coming in over the sky. Oh, that may
There,
be their best
oh
parking spot
damn.
ever. If the Skyborne can get enough focus fire on this, yep, there it goes.
Yeah, now
goes the squid.
there was a call for pause, but there was engagement still happening, so no pause is present. But what for?
I don't know. The Skyborne asked for it, but you can't.
Oh, I
pause during
see.
an engagement, so.
Lethal Legend Sunstorm is not present.
Ah, okay. Well, the Hellfire was kind enough to fly directly in front of their mobular anyway, perhaps offering up a pause nonetheless. We'll find out about that later.
Slaughter. I mean, it's pretty much balanced. 2-2. For now, it's always 0-5 for someone.
Skirmish there, I feel as though this has been relatively even. I mean, the
Alright, we have a pause.
especially when you consider that that his team has called for a pause while a fight is going on there. I'm not sure that's necessarily what I would be saying.
Yeah, they were trying to get the pause as much as possible. Sunstorm is still missing. So
okay, everyone, check behind your fridge. If you've got a Sunstorm, please send them back to us.
Oh, that's Sunstorm. I was reading Sunstorm. I am a dyslexic.
The wrong way around for that.
Yeah, I am a dyslexic bastard. Or is it dyslexia?
Yeah, dyslexia is where you transpose letters. Well, one of the symptoms of dyslexia is letter or something comparable transposition. So this is one disadvantage of pausing, of course, is that the mines will explode. So one of the oft-requested features for competitive GOI is the ability for referees to pause the game themselves. One we haven't seen any signs of yet, but
Pausing the game? That would be... well... But only moderators should have it. And developers as well.
Yes. You'd only want it for referees. I think the Skyborne ship is drifting a little bit to the east here. Always a problem with mobulars on this map. They tend to go for a little wander.
Oh my, he crashed it.
There's a limited amount of time for pauses here. I think it's something like 90 seconds. So.
Yeah, 19 seconds. Top 20 minutes. Moving back to original position. Sunstrom is still missing. He was back, but missing again.
Yeah, apparently he's switching computers. The Fancy Guardian is drifting to the east, so Daniel's just repositioning. Strong Squid is also drifting a little bit to the east. He's someone should probably let Hellfire know that he can correct that. He doesn't have to keep drifting into the wall.
Yes.
And yeah, I definitely think the Skyborne would benefit from returning to their original positions as well, because they've drifted so that they're separated by a structure here.
Yes.
Not the ideal location.
Oh my, it's well. I didn't even realize that it is Sunday. I have finals tomorrow.
Oh my! Anything exciting?
From English.
English finals. I'm afraid that's not something I can help you with.
Totally. Well, I didn't study for it because, like, I am one of the good students of the class, so like I don't have problem to speak English as well as writing.
I may have to quote you on that, Kaj. I don't have problems to speak English.
What, was that wrong?
That's not the grammatically correct way to say that.
Well, then shit. Well, I can understand almost everything, like with conversation, like conversational English. I can understand everything. I have a bit of problem
we
with.
know, Kat, you're a charming gentleman with a fine command of received pronunciation.
Yeah, like yeah, that. But I have a bit of problem with speaking because like all my classes before I was streaming was like only with writing stuff and listening, so I didn't speak much.
I have problems listening. People say things to me and I don't want to, so.
Yeah.
It looks like the Skyborne are drifting again into a building. They've got the problem, of course, that they don't have a pilot, so let's see who's hopped on the wheel here. Dimitri has taken the helm and he's just backing away from that again. It would be nice to have a pause feature. It would be nice to be able to avoid this kind of thing, because disconnections in competitive GOI are pretty common. You've got 16 players, often spread around the world, trying to use a pretty remote server.
Everyone's drifting away. That's like, wow.
Yeah, Dimitri just saying, please bear with me. I'm drifting and not used to piloting a modular. I'll rephrase him slightly there.
We're starting in 20 seconds, so let me just check something real quick.
Okay, so the good news is that it looks like Sunstrom is going to be here just in time, because we've got 20 seconds before the lobby restarts regardless. Everyone is sort of a little out of position, but nothing too serious.
Oh my!
And we are unpaused. The Skyborne are in a horrible location. This might leave Helios on their own. Sunstrom has got to reposition his ship. If the riders work out where Helios is at the moment and realize that Sunstrom is not with them, this could end really poorly. On the other hand, Fancy Guardian is wandering off on his own. Has spots on the Skyborne and Helios, and Strong Squid is coming in. Helios and Skyborne are not turning around. Well, okay, Helios is turning around, now Skyborne is turning around. Strong Squid should come up behind one of them here and pop them. Question is, can they get enough fire on the Fancy Guardian before that happens to get a kill? Helios suffers an armor break, Fancy Guardian suffers an armor break. Most of the explosive damage has missed, the armor is back up. Skyborne lose their balloon. Oh, now things could be there could be issues here, because Strong Squid is going to give the Skyborne a little tap if they can. They've parked themselves in front of the Skyborne. Gatling should be coming out. Down goes the Rydr Modular. Now Strong Squid is on their own. Helios should probably be turning to engage it. Break on the Strong Squid.
Yeah, so who had the first kill actually?
That is an excellent question. I think it might have been the Skyborne.
Oh my, Strong Squid is going down.
But down goes the Strong Squid. That is a good question. Which team had the first kill?
Alright, let our ref decide and type that in crew chat.
I'm sure that...
Red team. Red team is the one.
Okay, so the riders now have to get all three of the remaining kills without suffering a loss themselves. Otherwise, this SCS will go to the Skyborne.
Alright, alright, so Fancy Guardian.
I would expect the Mobulus here to focus fire no matter what, because any permahull damage will make the life of the riders that much more difficult.
Yeah, so Fancy Guardian managed to get into hard cover there. Strong Squid, oh my. Alright, so no spots except for Helios and Skyborne and Fancy Guardian. Strong Squid is still unspotted and he might go for a flank, so Fancy Guardian's baiting the enemy, trying to get some damage on them, then just retaliating back to the building. I think red team is now stationary. Yes, they are not closing in. So there it is.
Reverse of the second engagement, where now the Riders have to close and have to engage because the Skyborne have the advantage both in points and in terms of the tiebreaker decider.
Yeah. God damn it! What notification? Never mind.
So, as you say, Fancy Guardian are baiting the enemy ships. A little bit of Gatling fire coming their way. Probably not enough to get an armor break, even if they sit there for a little bit of time, just because it's pretty much out of effective Gatling range. Strong Squid is probably going to set up for a flank. In fact, they are going maximum sneaky through the Paraton, but they've got to wait for a flare to clear because it's going to reveal their position. Oh, they haven't waited for the flare to clear, and I think the Mobulars are going to sense blood in the water here.
Yeah, Skyborne and Helios are going after Strong Squid, which is not which is unfortunate for Strong Squid because they are alone. There's no room to maneuver. He bumped.
Oh, they bumped. Their armor's down. The Skyborne is going to fall underneath them, but Helios probably won't. A lot of permahull damage on the Strong Squid.
Oh, he managed to get away,
Helios
actually. Well, he's trying to get away still, but... Oh, never mind, he just turned around.
Ooh, Helios suffering an armor break.
Indeed. So they need to get it... Whoa, there's a mine.
Careful,
Bam.
Helios.
Alright, so maybe Strong Squid will be the final target for Skyborne.
Even
Helios.
if they're not, if they run away and leave Fancy Guardian to fight Skyborne and Helios, there'll still be problems. Although they've managed to pop Helios's balloon, and Helios is in an awkward position. If but Strong Squid's armor's gone down, and he's bounced, and he's suffered some explosive damage. They are so close to death here.
Yeah, Skyborne's armor is down. He lost some of the hull there, but he's going for Strong Squid. Strong Squid will like one wrong step and crack.
I think he's just sacrificed all of his vertical mobility to avoid that fire there, and he's fallen into a canyon. He's bumped. He's not got the ability to move up and down here now, and he's facing off against two Mobulars. The only question is, do the Mobulars leave him alone to kill Fancy Guardian, or do they turn around and try and finish him off?
I think they are going after Fancy Guardian with everything they have, since Strong Squid is now in safety for now. But they are going after Skyborne. They
managed to get back into the fight. They popped the Skyborne. But Fancy Guardian has suffered another armor break. Lots of fire going into it. 50% of its permahull down. They get the armor back up, but this is less than ideal for them. And the flags finish it.
So the Skyborne won the whole SCS. Congratulations, you will, I guess, will be rewarded, or is it still under construction?
Under construction?
Well, under development, I guess.